This one goes out to all my poors out there. I know you're down on your luck, but someone once told me that being poor is a choice. So stop.
Stop being poor.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Candy Tarot YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys are doing amazing. Hopefully you guys are doing well and being safe out there. But we got another video for that ass. But before we get into that topic, let's get into a highlight from a comment from a previous video. And it's from my girl Rachel. What is up? And it reads, yay, you have no idea how happy I am with this reading, Kenny. Friendship is such a beautiful thing for us to as humans. Thanks for being a reader to value that. Your intro was so funny. Yes, I am. At least I feel like I'm one of the few readers who do dedicate readings to the concept of friendship, because I do find it to be very important. And based off my experience and just in general, I do feel like oftentimes friendship gets disregarded, especially for love relationships. Now, I'm not saying that you should prioritize all your friendships before your love relationships, but I'm just saying that it's important to not ignore the significance of friendship, even if you're in a relationship or not, okay? But one of the great ways, as we segue into this topic, one of the great ways to meet friends is by way of career. And today, you guys, we have another career video. Yes, indeed. The video is titled, Where Does Your Financial Abundance Reside? So we are going to be looking into at least the specificities in which we can really determine what areas, whether it's career or maybe just your talents, that will truly maximize the potential for financial abundance in your life, okay? We want to know which areas, which careers, or which talents to really invest in that will maximize our gains and our profits. Granted, this is going to be coming from Spirit, so Spirit is going to always make sure that it's going to be some area in which you are loved, or where you love and you enjoy it, okay? This is not going to be something that you are going to just be making money and then hate, you know? So let's get that out of the way. So let's get right into it. Without further ado, please choose from these piles. We have pile number 1 with Citrine, pile number 2 with clear quartz, pile number 3 with the green Aventurine, as well as pile number 4 with the Carnelian stone. So with that being said, you guys, please choose with your gut and not with your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number 1? This is for those who picked the Citrine stone. We're about to find out, where does your financial abundance resides? The cards that they gave us are, we have the Queen of Air. This is also the Queen of Swords. Y'all, I haven't used this deck in a long time. But this is the Queen of Swords. We also have the Messenger of Air. This is part of the reason why I haven't used this deck, because I just don't like when people make decks and it's like, don't change it. Just say knight, please. Like, messenger could also be page, but they also have page in the deck. But I digress. Y'all don't care. But this is the Knight of Swords. We also have the 6 of Swords, 6 of Air. A lot of swords. We also have 6 of Cups. This is simply love. We also have career change. We also have authenticity. We have creative. We have honesty. And this card that we'll get into later. So the first thing that they said was opinionated. So your career, or where your financial abundance resides, has to do with you communicating, has to do with you speaking your truths. It has to do with you speaking facts or just something relatable. And I also feel like it's in regards to having a platform of sorts in which you are talking about certain topics. I do believe the topics could be related to love or relationships or like marriage or things like that. I believe that is where spirit is leading you towards. But I feel like this is something that you already do. I think maybe you're the type of person that people often come for advice. Maybe it's relationship advice or just in general, and that's a sign. That's a sign that there is a certain professionalism that you can pursue within this. So this is something I feel like you already been doing for free, and Spirit's almost like, okay, it's time for you to actually get paid. But it's more so to let you know that you actually are. When you speak, yes, it's coming from you, and yes, these are your own thoughts and your own feelings, and sometimes even your own opinions, but it's really coming from Spirit. So that's let you know that everything that you do say is the absolute 100% truth. And I believe there's a lot of people who could benefit from what you have to say, which means that you will need some type of platform, some type of maybe a public speaking type of platform, social media type of platform is what I'm getting as well. And the one thing I'm hearing the most is that you will be well received, and you will have a lot of people wanting, you to drop some knowledge. So let's begin. We have the Queen of Air. The Queen of Air is the Queen of Swords. This is the mother of truth, and this is such an amazing communicator, straight to the point, blunt even, very wise though, as the owl would indicate here. Very wise, very wise. So it's not like you're just talking. You know how people who just like to hear themselves speak and kind of, victimize the public by forcing us to hear them speak by giving themselves a podcast when they don't really need a podcast. That's not you. This is going to be where people actually could benefit what you're saying, and you can actually help people, and it's actually the truth. The Queen of Swords is the embodiment of truth. Cutting out the bullish. And once again, they keep telling me that it's almost what you're going to be giving out is what you're going to be receiving. So it's coming from a place of love, I also feel. And I feel like it's going to resonate with so many people. And it's going to be, once again, well received. We also have the Messenger of Air. This is the Knight of Swords. Once again, it's also about communication as well. I also get it's going to be in an area or field where people can get your information rather quickly and consume it rather quickly, which would be like social media or some type of app maybe. Whatever it is, I get very new age to where people can really have accessibility to whatever you are talking about. This could also be some type of TED Talks. I'm not sure how that works, but once again, public speaking, I'm getting that. You really have the gift. You really have the gift of communication, the gift of gab. But I think it's not just like, oh, I'm just talking just because, like it's not in a way where I feel like it's rooted in the self. You know what I mean? I think it's really going to be of service to other people in some way. And it's going to be very natural for you because, once again, I get the sense that a lot of you guys have been doing this for free. Whether it's your friends, your families, random people. But this is coming across as something that you will have as a platform, or something that you are meant to have as a platform. I really suggest that if this is not something that you are interested in as of yet, just have a social media platform on the side and see how that progresses. Okay. The next card that we have is Six of Air. So this is the Six of Swords. What you're going to be doing, once again, I'm getting relationship talk, but I'm also getting helping people heal, helping people get from, a bad place to a good place, whether it's mentally, spiritually, maybe even physically somehow. I don't know. Maybe you're going to have a retreat, but absolutely making people feel better. This is also healing as well. Once again, this is not self-serving what you're doing. Yes, you're going to get a lot of money somehow, because I do believe this is going to be something that's going to be monetized. I do feel like there's going to be an immense amount of popularity and growth here. But the root as to why you're doing it is because you notice that there could be an issue. There's a commonality when it comes to people, whether it's through relationships or whether it's through certain trials and tribulations that we as humans go through. And you're just the right person to speak about it and really help either guide and lead people to more positive insights or positive outlooks. Yeah, so if we're talking about traditional based jobs, it absolutely would be akin to counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists, that type of deal. But I'm getting something to where it's not necessarily something somebody has to book an appointment for. It's more so like it's easily accessible to anyone. That's what I'm getting. Like the Six of Swords also indicates travel, so it really, for me, indicates like a worldwide type of reach. So they keep emphasizing relationships, so I do believe that could be something that could be the main focal point, is relationships in general, especially when it comes to there's a lot of love podcasts or love channels out there that really focus on this topic, but a lot of them it's just that a lot of them are not the Queen of Swords. It's not coming from a truthful perspective. Just lies. But I digress. The next card that we have is Six of Cups. This is simply love. You know what this is. I feel like at the very least, what I'm saying is relevant to you. I'm also getting, they're showing me the Ten of Pentacles. Love is where your moneymaker is at. Maybe this is going to be like a matchmaker. I don't know, but something to do with love. Whether I feel it's romantic, and when it comes to also family, that is your specialty. And I don't know how you're an expert, but once again, everything that you're saying is not coming. The source is not from your brain itself; it's from spirit. So, absolutely, it's from the highest form of purity and truth. That's gonna be your moneymaker. It's like for example, I don't believe you guys are going to be the tarot readers, but there's a lot of tarot channels, there's a lot of tarot readers here on YouTube, and there's even tarot readers who just focus on love. And oftentimes, I'm not gonna hold you, they do have a lot of support or followers or subscribers, because it is a popular topic. And I think whatever field, career, specific choice that you choose, it is going to have some type of romantic love focus or some type of familial focus as well. Now we also have career change. Before we get into that, they also wanted to say that for a lot of you guys, this is something that maybe you've already been doing in some way or another. But once again, I am getting it. If you have been doing this already, there's a new version. There's a version upgrade that you're going to go through. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more modern. Like instead of you having your own practice or something like that, or something where people actually go to you, I feel like it's something that could be accessible, whether it's through YouTube or some other social media or maybe some other app. I also feel like, once again, this Six of Cups is referring to, this is something that already is natural to you, it's already familiar to you in some way, shape, or form. Whether you do it, via your own friendship circle, or maybe this is aligned to the formal education that you already have. Whatever it is, it's something that is already known to you in some way, shape, or form. It's not foreign to you. Now we also have career change. Now, when this card shows up, it's indicating that you guys may not necessarily be in the field currently in the field as you watch this video, in which you will make the most money. And not only that, but it's an abundance in money as well as an abundance in happiness that Spirit is trying to provide for you. I also get that for a lot of you guys, it's going to take for you guys to have to leave. They're saying that you will never, ever be as happy in a career than something aligning to what they're saying in this reading. Because they're also showing me the Devil card. So it's referring to maybe there's a field that you're already currently in that I almost feel like you guys have already left this field. But if you have not, it's, once again, they're saying that it's something that you feel trapped in, or you feel like, it's just like I'm just going through the motion, no type of excitement, no type of drive to continue to do it. I do feel like a lot of you guys will be inspired to leave a previous job in order to pursue this in some way, shape, or form. And once again, they're double down. They are doubling down on the notion that a lot of you guys will never be as happy in a career unless it's something related to what is being discussed here. Here we go. Authenticity. The Queen of Swords is real. Probably the realest it can get. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some people would say too real. But this is going to be the charm. This is going to be why people are going to be drawn to you. Like I said, there's a lot of people with podcasts, there's a lot of people with YouTube channel, but sometimes you can already tell. You guys have discernment. You guys can already tell who's real, who's fake, who's doing it for, the views, and who actually is genuine about whatever it is that they're expressing and trying to communicate. For you, it's, once again, being authentic is naturally you. Your personality will shine through this. And once again, people will be able to relate and resonate to whatever you're saying. You have a specific way of communicating that really speaks to people. But like, for example, somebody else could be saying the exact same message that you're saying, but it won't come across as well because it's something about what you do and how you do it and how you communicate. For some of you guys, if this is like a formal education, this is absolutely, could be something to do with communications major, or something of that nature, a writer even. Sorry for the airplane. For you, it's going to be a place where you're going to use whatever this is as a platform as an outlet for you. That's what they're saying. And it just so happens that you're going to also be able to monetize it and make money from it. But I think at first it may just start off as, I just need a place to to really, unload and really express how I feel. And a lot of people are going to be drawn to that until it actually becomes something to where it's a business. And that's when I'm leaning more towards the creative for a lot of you guys. So this would be social media, or once again, we're talking about writing, or something that isn't necessarily as traditional as well. This would be like those people, when you get a degree, right? You guys would be one of those people who have a degree. There's a lot of them that people would be like, okay, so what are you gonna do with that? Why didn't you get a real career? Or why did you, like, that type of thing? Like, you have a very, like, trust me, I have a career, or I have a degree, that people often ask that question as well. So this is coming from experience as well. But that's what I mean. It's like I don't want to get too deep because we don't have to. We already got the message loud and clear. But this is also going to help people see that if you actually follow what you truly want to do, money will always come. And in fact, this is going to be one of those cases where Spirit and the universe is really going to 100% back you up on that, to let you know that you were absolutely valid in following your heart in this particular endeavor. Honestly, I mean, it's very loud and clear what type of what is your niche? What is your niche? What is your what sets you apart? Because I think in the field that you're going in, or in the field that they are really leaning towards for you, there is a lot of fraudulent people. And it's oftentimes very refreshing when someone who is very obviously authentic, very obviously real and honest and open, maybe even transparent. It's very refreshing. And I think that's also going to be the draw. They're saying this is a wish of yours. I don't know if this is something that you're already pursuing, but I do see success. They're showing me the 10 of Pentacles. So if you have not been seeing the success yet, keep at it. Stay true to who you are. Once again, they're also saying the honesty is coming from. It's actually a psychic ability. So this is a form of a psychic gift that you have. Once again, everything that you do say in this endeavor will resonate because it's the absolute truth. This is not just your opinion, but it's very likely that your opinion and the truth will often align. And that's how it will connect with people. Yeah, they're saying that this is a wish. This is a wish. And Spirit is absolutely backing you up and making sure that this wish comes true for you, whether it's just this career field or whether you do want to become successful in this, it will come true. The last card that we have, Fly. We have a period of ill health, and we also have depression. Now, this is reading in two ways. One of which I feel a lot of you guys have been going through maybe a break. Maybe there's a huge gap in your resume. And I have to say that could be possibly because Spirit is trying to shift your focus on something else that is different and more aligned to who you are and what your heart truly wants. Others of you guys, I do feel like this could also be pertaining to what you're going to be discussing on this platform and what you're going to be communicating and healing people once again, whether it's through depression or other ailments. But I do feel like it's something to where it's not, you're not you're not dispensing medication to people. It's more so like whatever you're saying is like medication to people. You know what I mean? But I do feel like for a lot of you guys, this could be referring to how there has been a gap, or maybe there has been some struggle in achieving or attaining new forms of work. And this is one of the signs to really shift your direction to a more creative route, more non-traditional route, because you will find success in that. Although it may be scary, although maybe people will be telling you like, what the hell are you doing? But you have to follow your own. Like I said, you are absolutely connected to spirit. They love. This is going to be one of those things where you are going to be somewhat of a vessel. I'm a vessel, which is why I'm speaking through. They're speaking through me to you. But I don't believe it's going to be in a overtly spiritual sense like I'm doing. It will be in your own way, and it'll be in a way that's a little bit more, I feel, more mainstream and a little bit more digestible for the general public. Once again, you will be successful in this. So, pile number 1. I love it. I love it. This is the type of people that I would like to have around me in my circle. And it seems as though you're going to be that type of person for everyone, in some way, shape, or form. So, more power to you and good luck. So, thank you so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this and you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time. Bye. What is up? Pile number 2. This is for those who picked the clear quartz crystal. We're about to find out, where does your financial abundance reside? So the cards that they gave us are the Messenger of Fire, which is also the Knight of Wands in reverse. We also have number 15, Temptation, which is also the Devil in reverse. We also have Two of Fire, aka the Two of Wands, also in reverse. Okay, so you don't want to focus, camera? Really? Okay. We also have number 2, this is Sacral Chakra. We also have crystals. We have blocks lifted. We have practice. We also have balance. And this card that we'll get into later. So, pile number 2, this is actually quite interesting because I'm almost reading this as something that you're going to pursue after another career. Like, I almost feel like this is going to be like, for a lot of you guys, a side hustle first until it actually matures into something that you're going to devote your entire time to. I feel like for some of you guys, it's going to be in the same, like, it's like, for example, it's going to be like an off branch of what you currently already are pursuing or doing. But this is, you're going to see this as a way, as a side hustle, I almost feel like. But you're going to soon realize it's actually something that you are really good at and you should actually be pursuing full time. Now, I don't know when this is going to happen for you guys. I don't know when you guys are going to the realization, because I also feel like there is some type of resistance from your end that may not want to pursue this. And I also feel like it's because there is and as I say this, they're showing me the Hermit card. There is a very obvious spiritual approach to this. Meaning, I feel like some of you guys will be doing some type of spiritual work that is overtly spiritual. Whether it's tarot reading, whether it's Reiki healing, whatever spiritual practices that you may feel drawn to, I do feel like it's something that's very, like, it's clearly spiritual. You know what I mean? And I do feel like that could be possibly what the hesitation is coming from. But I also feel like, once again, you're going to already be kind of established, or maybe already be pursuing one career already. And it seems like Spirit is like, okay, that's nice, but have you looked into this? You know, there's an emphasis to, it's healing. Essentially, it's healing. Now, I do feel like some of you guys, it's going to be traditional. That's your doctors out there, healing people of a physical ailment, you know, something of that nature. But I strongly feel it's something to do with encouraging people, motivating people, whether it's motivational speaker, and making people who feel stuck feel determined, instill hope into people. That's where you're going to really shine. So yeah, it's a motivational speaker, but I do believe it's not like, maybe, yeah, you do go on press tours and TED Talks, but it's just going, I feel like that's just going to be part of what this is, because you're going to be so good at it. But there's a lot more to it. And once again, I do feel like it's overtly spiritual. I almost feel like you're going to be saying this is coming from spirits and things like that. But let's begin. We have the Messenger of Fire. This is the Knight of Wands. So the reason why I really feel like a lot of you guys are going to be already successful in another career is because you guys will be motivating other people to kind of do what you did. I think you guys maybe have a history of where you've experienced ups and downs, really, really low downs, and you manage to get yourself out of that and prosper. And if this hasn't occurred for you yet, this is what I feel it will happen for you. And because of that, you guys are a shining example of hope, and this is something that you're going to show people. So you're going to lead in some regard. Sorry for the airplane. You're going to lead, but you're going to also lead by example. Because, you know, sometimes it's not to say that if you are not, like, I don't have to go through what people go through in order to give them advice on it. However, it does help if the person giving the advice has a similar, you know, journey. And I think that's what you're going to be for a lot of people. They're showing me the Star card, and that's instilling hope. Once again, we have, there's a, not even, it's subtle. It's just very overtly spiritual, healing. And it's meant to inspire people. It's meant to instill hope. It's meant to rejuvenate people. It's meant to cleanse people even. You have a true gift. And I think it may first manifests itself in a way where it's like a doctor or something of that nature. But it's like your soul is like, okay, that's cool, but let's try this as well. Let's go a little bit more deeper. But the messenger of fire is really speaking about people's lack of determination, lack of drive, lack of ambition. You're meant to heal that in some way. Now we have temptation in reverse. This is a devil card. The devil card in reverse is always about removing something, removing some type of shackles, removing something that is weighing them down, keeping them longer in the abyss a lot of times, or something that they're attached to that isn't no longer working for them. You're going to be dealing with, and I hate to say it, you're going to be dealing with a lot of people who are wounded in some way. And I say that because it requires an immense amount of energy to deal with that. And I know Spirit is asking a lot from you, which is probably why the task maybe seems daunting, even from a traditional point of view, such as a doctor, a medical doctor. But especially if this is a spiritual endeavor, yes, Spirit realizes that they are asking a lot of you. Because the type of people that you're going to be dealing with, you would need to instill a lot of practices for yourself to really protect your own energy. Because you're coming across as someone with a lot of light, and it's not for nothing. It's meant to really get other people out of the darkness. So yeah, there's a lot of wounded soldiers, so to speak, that have been going through the battle of life, and they need that extra push some way, somehow. And once again, I don't necessarily feel like this is going to be your main career at first. I almost feel like you're going to have to use this as a side hustle and then realize how well it's doing and realize how much you love doing it, that in time, will be your main bread and butter. Because there is a great sense of purpose that you're going to feel with this, that you will no longer be able to ignore. Speaking of which, I do feel like this is something that you already feel drawn to doing, but in some way you've been avoiding for some time now. And Spirit's like, hey, I know you're doing well in that traditional career, but hey, you're supposed to be doing this. Or hey, I know you're doing well in this field, it's time for you to, like, I feel like a lot of you guys, what you're currently doing, what you're currently pursuing, is meant to be a segue. It's going to be relevant to whatever this is. So it's not going to be a waste of time at all. Your journey is absolutely designed specifically for this, I have to say. Two of Fire in reverse. I'm not sure why this card does not want to. Okay, there you go. They're showing me the Hermit card. And if you guys remember the Hermit card image, it's the Hermit holding a lantern, and completely shrouded in darkness. However, the lantern leads the way. You know what I mean? The lantern guides. And the lantern is also a symbol for hope, enlightenment. And this is kind of what you're meant to provide for other people. You're supposed to show people the way. There's guidance here, there's leadership here. And once again, I do feel like it is overtly spiritual for a lot of you guys. However, there's a huge chance that this is going to be spiritual in essence, meaning how you operate is in a spiritual way, but it will maybe be in a traditional setting. But you're meant to get people out of the darkness, they're saying, in some way, shape, or form. And I do feel like it's because you've been through the darkness, so you're very familiar with that. And you You've removed yourself from that. You're going to be you're going to be an example of a success story that a lot of people would want to emulate. And be inspired by. Number 2, sacral chakra. Yeah, I just feel like you're going to be dealing with a lot of people who don't necessarily see who don't necessarily see a purpose in remaining in this plane. Once again, a lot of people who are just not necessarily who lost hope. I should say that. Who lost hope. Yeah. But once again, you're going to show them that there is another way. There's opportunity. There's an opportunity here somehow that they could be missing, or not seeing, or not really paying attention to. Once again, I do feel like whatever you're going to be doing is going to, in some way, shape, or form, instill hope, instill ambition and drive, and inspire people. Whatever it's going to be, it's going to have that component to it. Yeah. We also have crystals. This is referring to the healing properties of crystals, which is pretty much what you're going to be. This is what you have. You are a healer in essence. You could have been a healer in other lifetimes, and it's going to manifest probably differently in each time that you incarnate. And once again, I feel like you will be naturally drawn to, like, when it comes to traditional careers, like things that have to do with being of service to people, or it could be traditional healing or non-traditional healing methods. You're going to be naturally drawn to that. What I'm also getting, though, is that a lot of you guys didn't necessarily see yourself having that as a career for yourself. But there comes a time. There comes a time where we just gotta answer the call. Until we do, that call will keep ringing. Will keep ringing in our life. It is a duty that you have here. It is, I have to say, one of the reasons as to why you came here. I don't want to put too much pressure on you. This life is still meant for you to find enjoyment in as well. But a great portion of your life will be dedicated to helping people see that they could do this, they could live on, they could attain that, they could achieve that. And that in itself will transform people in the best possible way. For some of you guys, I am getting that this is like a entrepreneurship type of deal. Once again, I do feel like for some of you guys, it's going to be like a side hustle at first that matures into something that you can consider to be a career, an actual career. Some of you guys, this is something that you're building from the ground up. So maybe there isn't necessarily a field that has been created for that, so you are making that for the first time. So yeah, we have blocks lifted. Yeah, so this is for people, once again, feeling stuck. And we all gone through that, and I think you did as well. So I think you know firsthand how that feels, but I think you also know firsthand how to get out of that. And I think there's a lot of people, you know, maybe doing something like this, but once again, you have the gift for it. You have the gift for it. So whether you know it or not, what you're doing will be somewhat magical and somewhat inexplicable. I almost feel like for some of you guys may have like some type of service in which people have to book you, and I see people trying to book you, and you're like fully booked for like months and months and months and months. Like it's hard for people to book an appointment with you. You know what I mean? That like I'm getting that type of vibe for you. Practice. So I did say that for you guys, I do sense a hesitation. Like, I don't know if I should do this. Like, I don't know if this is what I should be doing. Like, I'm interested, but I don't know. Like, it's really, it stems from a lack of confidence on your end as well. Some of you guys may feel like when you guys know that has been the call for you. This has been the calling for you. But part of you guys are not necessarily confident in your ability. Spirit is saying that we're going to speak through you. You know, we're going to work through you, which means you have nothing to worry about. Which means this will happen without fail. But the practice card is also indicating this is something that you have to get comfortable to. One thing with you, once again, I do feel like in essence you are a healer. That's just who you are. You've always been that way. Like this is who you've always incarnated as in some way, shape, or form. And it's about reintroducing yourself to that and becoming more comfortable. Probably as comfortable as you were in a past life. So this is really them reassuring you that you have nothing to worry about. And for some of you guys, it could literally just be the idea that doing something of this nature wouldn't be lucrative, and that is something that is constantly being dispelled all the time, but people refuse to believe it or see it, that when you can actually pursue things that you actually do enjoy. And especially if it's non-traditional, especially like social media type things, there's a high probability that a lot of you guys will still be successful because it is what you love. And the natural law of the world, which people do not understand, is that when you actually pursue something that you actually love with enough consistency and determination, things will naturally go your way. But I sense with you though, things will go your way rather quickly, rather sooner than later. We have balance. For some of you guys, it has to do with manifestation, they're saying as well. Once again, I think that some of you guys have a very overtly spiritual approach to whatever this is. And it could be maybe manifestation techniques that people aren't necessarily aware about. Maybe even the spiritual community as a whole have yet to be too familiar with it, and you discover it on your own. You have a unique way of manifesting that you could maybe share that will instill hope and determination into people. But we have balance here. This card also makes me feel that for a lot of you guys, you will have like a traditional career as well as this career, whatever this may be for you guys. Like you guys will have two careers. And once again, like a side hustle that eventually becomes a career, and being able to do both of those. But this speaks about harmony. Harmony, bringing harmony to the world. Allowing people to be peace in a peaceful state. You're going to be dealing with a lot of people who, once again, are wounded. Dealing with anxiety, hopelessness, despair, depression. But I do feel like it has to do with their ability to make whatever it is that they're trying to pursue come to fruition. Having determination to achieve something that they've been wanting to. Success, like it has that theme to it for you. It's like you're going to be like a self-help book, like a walking, talking self-help book, but one that actually works. And it's universal. The last card that we have is we have Rabbit. Too much with sexual matters. That is interesting. Because that could be relevant to the temptation card. Doesn't have to be though. But this, for me, it often refers to, I believe it's you that they're referring to. I don't believe it's referring to the actual career. I do believe this is not really referring to sexual matters. They're referring to worldly matters. See, another thing with this balance card for you, the message is coming loud and clear that there needs to be, you are meant to be a hybrid, okay? You're meant to be a part of the 3D as well as the 5D. Not all or majority in one or the other. This is like a 50-50. Like you are of the 3D and the 5D. Like you're practical, but still you're idealistic. You're realistic and you're idealistic. You're practical and you're spiritual. And I feel as though that could be where the hesitation is coming from. Worldly matters, maybe even material. Maybe some of you guys feel like whatever this is, even though you know you're drawn to it, you never want to pursue it because you don't feel like if it doesn't make me money, it doesn't make sense. And Spirit's like, okay, that's a great philosophy to have, but at least try and see. Try. They're telling me that for a lot of you guys, they have been saying this. They have been trying to get your attention. But there is going to be a moment where you have an epiphany, or you have a moment where you realize that this is something that you should pursue, that you can pursue. And I think it could be maybe you're going to experience some light version of success in this realm. And then you're going to see, well, I'm actually good at this and I actually enjoy doing this. And that check or whatever money that I got from whatever I just did looked pretty nice. So I do feel like that's what you're going to discover about this, because I think that could be a part of the hesitation for you, which is quite normal, especially if this is very overtly spiritual. And you could be one of those examples in which we learn and see that spirituality and material desires can go hand in hand. They can complement one another. They're not meant to conflict like most people would believe. So remember that. So pile number 2. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And I hope you did as well. So if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you next time. Bye. What is it, pile number 3? This is for those who picked the green Aventurine stone. We're about to find out, where does your financial abundance reside? The cards that they gave us are, wow, King of Air. Look at that image. Very striking. King of Air, which is also the King of Swords. We also have the King of Earth. This is the King of Pentacles in reverse. We also have the Six of Earth, which is also the Six of Pentacles. We have number 10, Flow. This is the Wheel of Fortune. I'm scared in a good way. We also have Body Work. We have Birth. We have Love. We also have Self-Esteem. And this card that we'll get into later. Pile number 3. So, I'm sorry, they're talking. So I'm trying to really say decide which one I should say first. I'll just start with this. You have amazing business instinct. You are a business person, straight up and down. You thrive in like corporate settings. You are absolutely meant to be a leader of sorts in like a very, when it comes to the hierarchy in your place of work, you are meant to be near the top or maybe at the top. You are very business focused, very business minded. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. You are absolutely very much the embodiment, I also feel, and this is what they're making me say, career over love. And you are someone who, it feels, dedicate their entire life to ensuring that you become a success. I even think that you guys will reach a level of success which a lot of people will never reach or won't reach in their lifetime. And yet that still isn't enough for you. You will continue. That is your gift. You will absolutely thrive in whatever it is that you pursue. Fate is also intertwined in your career. So I also have to assume that you have luck on your side. You absolutely have luck. They are ensuring that you become not just a success, but a big success. I also get the workaholic vibe from you, which isn't a bad thing. But Spirit really wants to mention for you, there's something about love, romantic love, that is being neglected. And once again, Kenny speaking now, I am a big advocate for career over love. I am. But what Spirit is telling me, it's more so like, even when potential for love, and I know this is a career reading, but even when potential of love is obvious, you ignore it, and you have a one-track mind for career and success, and you have such great ambition. Now, with you, it's not necessarily very specific as to what career your financial abundance lies. I'm getting that your financial abundance lies in anywhere that you put your energy in. I get more traditional sense here. However, if it is going to be non-traditional, it absolutely has to have some type of the structure about it has to be very much like a traditional structure business. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's going to be amazing. Actually, like, even though it's very free flowing and very, you have certain freedoms when it comes to non-traditional types of career. But with you involved, it's going to be run like the motherfucking Navy. No, it's going to be run like a business. And it's going to, there's no doubt that it won't ensure success. Because once again, the way you think, the way you look at something and you operate, it's from a very 3D perspective, which clearly is going to work for this world and when it comes to material financial gain. But you're going to experience a lot of luck, a lot of fortunate events for you. And I think for a lot of you guys, this could be coming from a very humble upbringing, or maybe you had a journey. This is maybe a long time coming for a lot of you guys. This is really spirit or universe rewarding you for your continued effort, despite how rocky it may have gotten. I'm really curious, like I feel like they really want you, it's like right now, your focus for a while has been career, and in my opinion it should be. But Spirit really wants to reiterate the importance to have connections, social interactions, and especially love, especially when love is trying to come in, to allow it. You're capable of putting energy into both as well. Let's begin. We have the King of Air. This is that business-minded person. This is that business. This is your CEOs. This is your managers or whatever. Because I'm getting like people who are higher up in the ladder, VPs, vice presidents, or presidents, things like that. I'm getting that vibe for you. This is where you thrive. I'm also getting corporate setting for a lot of you guys. Once again, there isn't really a specific field or career niche, but it's going to be any environment in which you can really operate as the person who is very serious about their money. And once again, you have the intellect. You have the communication skills, so you're absolutely a great person to deal with business dealings, a mediator, a liaison. You know how to make deals. You know how to solidify deals. Like, I have to be honest with you. This is kind of like the whole package when it comes to the corporate world and the 3D. The only thing that's missing maybe is the more passion and emotional approach, but I feel like for you, the energy and the drive could just come from the amount of success that it's like once you be successful in this, you want to try this and be successful in that. I see your hands in a lot of things, and it's because you're good at it. It's going to be easy for you. It's going to be quite natural for you to really take a business or really take a task and really make the most out of it as far as money. So I see multiple endeavors with you. Multiple endeavors. You may have a main career as maybe a CEO or a something else in the corporate world, but I do see multiple sources of incomes for you. And it's like, once again, Spirit is saying that this is your birthright. And I believe there could have been some experiences in which you have felt like, I'm lacking in money, or I grew up in, poor conditions. And spirit is like, or the universe is really like, it's going to make up for all of that, like 10 times, I feel. We have the King of Earth in reverse. These two in combinations, once again, it's just a powerful, powerful and really perfect combination when it comes to the 3D world and really navigating success through that. The King of Earth is also indicating that this is a workaholic, but you also still have the attributes that a normal King of Earth or King of Pentacles would have, meaning whatever you touch will turn to gold. Except that this time it's coupled with the intellect, it's coupled with the sharp focus and the business mind, meaning I'm not just going to make something that's successful, I'm going to make something that's successful for long term, that has longevity. You also have the ideas, you have the intellect. It may not be as creative as maybe a King of Fire, but once again, you know it works and you know how to maximize on that. Once again, I don't feel like if you are not in a position such as this that I'm describing, you are absolutely meant for this. And there's opportunities that are going to come to you that you do not see coming. You don't see it coming. I actually see an opportunity for love as well. They keep wanting to talk about love for you. I know this is a career reading, but they really want to talk about love for you. But once again, the King of Earth is, you're going to have a very particular method that works for you when it comes to ensuring success of a business or an idea or a project, and it will work every time. You're going to find a formula that works. And I also see companies really, relying on you for that, which is why you're going to be paid the big bucks, being given the big positions. I also feel like, once again, you're going to be helping a lot of companies as well, like companies that are failing, and really help them become more successful as well. We have the Six of Earth. They're telling me in due time, your life will be very, very balanced. I feel like right now it could be a little bit more career related than maybe Spirit would like to see, but they understand. But there's going to be a time where you're going to have it all as far as love and career. You're a very hard worker. You're a very hard working person. You have an incredible work ethic, and it will absolutely pay off. The amount of work that you put in will be returned and will be seen in by way of success and money. I don't know what you did, but Spirit is making me feel like the universe is almost favoring you for this because of something that you either gone through, or this could just be maybe a product of manifestation, which I don't necessarily feel that. I get that you are actually quite practical, even though you are watching the video, so there is some spiritual interest, to say the least. But once again, it's like your birthright. Like, you are meant for this. You're owed this. And this is just the universe repaying you back. Speaking of which, we have the Wheel of Fortune. There's an opportunity that you don't see yet that's going to come about that is really going to light a fire within you, make you very motivated and driven, more motivated and driven, if you can believe it, than you already are, or that you already will become. It's going to feel very miraculous. It's going to feel like a stroke of luck, and it's a new. It's for you. It's going to be a new beginning, and it will be quite successful. It could be a new project, a new job offer, and you are going to absolutely soar with this King of Air here. And it's also something about it that's very structured, very organizational. Like, it's not, you're very, sorry for the airplane, but you're very, like, there's a method to how you're doing it. There's a formula that you're going to really discover, and maybe that's what this stroke of luck is. Like, you're going to find what works for you and really capitalize off of it. Like, I know this reading can be a little bit vague, but it's because you have what it takes to really be a success and really be abundant in anything that you choose. Which is why I get that a lot of you guys will be having your hands in a lot of things. Because there isn't just one field that you will be good at or will be financially abundant at. There's a lot. But they could share a commonality in which they all can be successful by way of a method or by way of a procedure or some type of organizational tactic that only you can really execute well, and you'll see the results. Obviously, this could also mean that a lot of you guys will have businesses of your own. But I do see like corporate setting for a lot of you guys. It's just natural. It's going to be natural for you to really thrive in an environment such as that with these two cards here. Yeah, the King of Air and the King of Earth. Absolutely. Yeah, there's an opportunity that you don't see yet, meaning it hasn't come yet to you, and this could be just maybe an inspired idea, and you pitch that to companies, and they're sold, and they see the success out of it quite quickly. We also have body work. For me, you're going to be a very busy person. So this is a reminder to not only take some time for your own self and make sure that you take a breather to make sure that you are aligned, but I also get love coming through. They want you to set some time aside for that as well. Now, you know that spirit, because Kenny would be like, like, career, yes, focus only on that. But I have to say what they're saying. And I do believe it's important for you to have a balance, because all work and no play, I'm not sure what the second part says, but y'all know. You're going to be a very busy individual and a very successful individual. So it's like you will be continuously making moves, making deals, in negotiations to acquiring even more money and more businesses. And that's what I get. Like, so you're gonna have a full plate for sure, but a very full bank account, of course. But this is a very gentle reminder. Like, remember, you're still human. You also deserve to experience the highest form of love as well, or an example of that. Not only to give to yourself, but to be shown from someone else, a romantic partner. I really get for you, love is like, for you, a afterthought. And for a lot of you guys, I feel it could be maybe, fate would have it that it's on pause for this reason alone. But I do feel like a lot of you guys, this was intended. Like, you were like, you know what? F love for at least this moment. Because right now, I'm focused on my bag. But I do see that, I'm not going to really get into it, but I do see that you're going to be, I also see marriage. So I do see that there is going to be a very lovely connection that you're going to be experiencing, which Spirit is just trying. It's like, yes, success, yes, money, all these things, and you're going to be very busy and very successful and very prominent in whatever field that you are in. But don't forget, love is important too, is what they keep saying, like trying to nudge you. And it's coming. The love is coming. It's just very slow. And I think it has a lot to do with the other energy that you're putting out for career. And that's okay. There's going to be, with the birth card here, there's going to be one major project that will change everything for you. Like, they're showing me the death card with this card. This is going to be new for you, meaning a new career or maybe a new endeavor that you are pursuing yourself that will change everything for you. And I think that's where you're going to discover the very method or technique that you are going to utilize to make anything that you touch a success. Because it's like, it may be different businesses and maybe different endeavors and things like that, but it's your techniques, it's your approach, it's your practices that are still universal and relevant. But there's going to be one that I feel you guys have yet to really discover or see that has been brought to your attention that will be the catalyst to this big change that you're going to experience. This is major. Pile number 3, major. And I get the sense that a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. This is like a breakthrough that's going to be happening. We also have love. Normally, I feel like most people would be like, oh, well, this means that you're gonna love what you do if it's a career reading and they see love cards. But funnily enough, I don't get that message. I get that it's an important love connection that you will experience. It's like it's a sub message to come from this reading. Is that, you know, it's like, yes, you're going to be very successful in any career that you choose, and you're going to be one of the heads or one of the decision makers and one of the CEOs, one of the presidents, one of the managers, whatever the case may be. But P.S. love is on its way, so don't forget to remain open for that. Like, that's what I'm getting as a additional message. Because I'm getting that you guys have been without that for some time as well. This is indicating that for a lot of you guys, some of you guys will be meeting someone through a career or through a new business endeavor that will be your next romantic partner. And I do see marriage. I also feel like if that's not the case, then this is going to be the very thing in which you're going to get a huge breakthrough in your career, and then love is going to come right after it, like a domino effect. Once again, fate is intertwined in this. Everything that's going to be happening for you is going to be amazing, and it's going to be destined for you. And once again, spirits make me feel like the universe is like, yo, we owe this to you. We have self-esteem. So you do have a very humble beginning. They're showing me the Five of Pentacles. Or at the very least, you have recently experienced not having a lot in money, or whether you almost feel like you've been neglected by the universe. That's what it's coming across. At least that's what the expression is being said. But the ambition always remained. In fact, I feel like that only made the ambition grow. That only made the desire for success to grow. And in a way, you're actually manifesting in that way. Sorry for the 10th airplane in this reading. It's like the 10th airplane, like seriously. But it's, despite what hardships you've been through, you've always remained focused, you've always remained confident that this would happen. You knew this was happening, even if you didn't have much proof as to how or when. Pile number 3. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been waiting for. There's an opportunity coming. Even if you are currently employed, even if you are currently successful, it's not. This is the opportunity. And it will change your life for the better. The last card that we have is Heals. Obstacles to overcome. Yeah, I do feel like, once again, they're saying it's what's owed to you. You've been through a lot, but you remain vigilant. You remain determined. This is the end of a tough cycle for a lot of you guys. And in this cycle, the end of this cycle indicates the end of the struggle, the end of financial struggle, the end of not feeling like, you know, I'm not getting what I deserve, or I'm being left out of the blessings. It's the end of that. I feel like you should already be feeling some of this already happening, but if not, there's going to be, like I said, that one opportunity that will just break through the doors. Once again, I'm not necessarily getting a specific career type of thing, but what I am getting is that whatever this is, it will have a very traditional business approach, because that's how you thrive, that's how you operate. And for you, you're going to be thinking it of like, okay, how can I make this idea and make it profitable? And that is relevant for any business. So just follow your interests and see where it guides you, because you're going to be able to thrive in any thing, because you're going to be successful in it. And I do see your hands in a lot of things. So, pile number 3, probably my favorite. You're meant for a lot of great things. And if this is your first time hearing it, which I doubt it, don't forget to remember about me, okay? Don't forget about me. But until then, I will catch you guys next time. Bye. What is up, pal number 4? This is for those who picked the Carnelian stone. We're about to find out where does your financial abundance reside. The cards that they gave us are, we have Patience, number 14. This is also the Temperance card. I know y'all hate hearing that word. We also have number 7. This is a Chariot card. It is in reverse. We also have the 6 of Water, which is also the 6 of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords, number 1. Clarity of belief. We have Sensitivity. We have Editor. We have Listen to your true feelings. We have Love. And this card that we'll get into later. Pile number 4. You guys are my babies, because it's very evident for me, especially how they're making me feel, that it's like you guys already are doing something that you feel drawn to do. I also feel like, or at the very least, you guys are giving a certain field or career your energy because you really believe in it, but you have yet to see it flourish in the way that you envision. I have to be honest, for a lot of you guys, I do see entrepreneurship. I do feel like some of you guys will be leaving like a traditional setting to do something that you actually love to do, which will be an entrepreneurship. And some of you guys have already done that. But you guys have been progressing in your mind rather slow, or maybe not even progressing at all. But I have to be honest with you, the advice here is to really continue to do what you love, because you need to know that you don't have all the puzzle pieces, like you don't have all of the pieces currently. And in this case, a major piece is in person. There's a person here that's going to come through for you, that's going to be a business partner. And it's like, it's coming across like you are the creative one, but what's missing is in this idea or concept or endeavor is that business approach. It's like, how can we make this idea or concept into a actually flourishing, thriving business? That's what this person is going to bring to the table. That's the only missing ingredient. It's like, you're the talent and this is the silent partner, you know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. And that's what's missing. But I get the sense that a lot of you guys are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that's where your financial abundance resides. You just have yet to see it, because there's other factors that have yet to make itself known or make themselves known. So of course, Spirit is asking you guys to have patience, but just know that the lack of success that you are experiencing has nothing to do with your ability. Also, it has nothing to do with whether or not you made the right choice or not, because in fact you did. Let's begin. Patience. This is the Temperance card. Partnership is really the key for you. If you remember with the Temperance card, there's 2 cups that I believe it's Archangel Gabriel. I could be wrong. Archangel Gabriel, who in the image is holding 2 cups, and the 2 cups represents, in your case, 2 people. One who represents one side and another who represents the other. Yin and yang. I'm getting like you're the creative and this person is the business approach. This is someone who's very successful already. They're showing me the Emperor. So in a sense, this is going to make you become a more business person as well. You're going to be becoming a boss. Like it's like because I'm getting like the majority of you guys are being guided to like entrepreneurship. That's how I'm going to read this as for the most part. The only other example I'm getting is that it could be a situation in which you may be at a traditional job, but you've been wanting to get promoted, you've been wanting to grow in your existing company, and it's going to take someone else to really see the potential in you to really vouch for you in order for that to happen. Okay, but overall there's going to be somebody who's going to come to you and be the balance that you've been needing, or be part of the balance that you've been needing to achieve. And once again, I do feel like this is someone who knows how to make something a success, who knows how to take a concept or an idea, or take something that's innovative or niche and make it a success. So they may introduce practices and things and tactics that you don't, or strategies that you don't necessarily employ because you're the talent, you're the creative. Your job is just to make sure that whatever you're doing remains authentic and remains innovative, and your job is to continue with whatever product that you're providing. This person's job is making sure that that is something that is seen to everyone, that we can see it, and make sure that we find our particular audience in our market and maximize off of that. This person's coming across as the Emperor, but the Emperor image that they're showing me also represents you. This partnership will be essentially the meetings of like-minded individuals who will transform together and really transform something that becomes like, okay, a kind of success to a big success. Now, because it's patience as the title, this is something that you have yet to experience. This is somebody who is fated to come across your life but has yet to. So that may be hard to hear, but I think you guys can understand that at the very least that your story, like, this is not how it always will be. You've seen little to no success or evidence of success. It won't always be like that. But just know that what you're bringing to the table is still the right thing. Like, you still did the right thing. But overall, I think there needs to be an adoption of a vision, and it needs to be a little bit more business minded as well. Like, you need to adopt some of that as well. And this person that's coming through may also need to adopt some of that creativity that you have. But I do see that overall, this person will help you also become a boss. Number 7, Chariot in reverse. Once again, the concept of partnership is playing out throughout this whole reading. If you remember in the Chariot, the original traditional tarot, there's two horses that are the same, identical, but they're different. They have a black horse and a white horse, being led by an individual, which typically is spirit. So you guys are actually very different, but you guys will once again complement one another. There's a partnership here that has yet to form because you have yet to meet. So just know that, especially if you guys are doing entrepreneurship, part of your story, part of your journey does include someone else. I feel like on their end, it's more so like, I'm successful, but yet I'm not inspired. Like, and now I see something that actually I do believe in, and I do want to see grow, and I want to be a part of that. That's what's going to be for them, because they've already achieved a lot in their own life, but they're not looking for something else to really find passion in. You guys have yet to meet. You guys have yet to cross paths. Spirit is saying that you guys have yet to, because they're bringing you guys together for this as well. Six of Cups. Once again, we have partnerships because this is a soulmate that's coming through. For a lot of you guys, this is a business partner. They're coming across as like a King of Swords individual, maybe an air sign individual, such as an Aquarius. But once again, razor sharp focus that is very business oriented, very organizational, very much like this is how you take from this business to this business, and I'm gonna give you the steps to do so. Like, that's who they are. They have proven methods on how to make a business a success. That's what you're missing. You have the product, you have the talent, maybe some of you guys, you have the look. But what we're missing is the other aspect of what makes a business successful. So I know, I mean, I hate to say it, but you know, your success is reliant on someone else's as well, or on someone else being a part of your journey. It's not to say that you won't experience success on your own, but what it is saying is that you won't reach the fullest potential until this person does show up. And that's okay. Because this person is someone that you will absolutely mesh well with. Not just on a bit. This is going to be like your next best friend as well. This is a soulmate that's coming through. You guys will get along very well. On the business side and also the personal side. I'm so sorry. There are other implications to this business partner of yours. But let's continue. We also have Ace of Swords, clarity of belief. Yeah, you know, this is someone who, I feel like with you guys, it's been like, should I continue to do this? Should I not continue to do this? And this person's going to be like, yeah, what are you talking about? You should continue to do it. But overall, this person is going to give you insight. This person is going to give you ideas. This person is going to give you new ways of approaching things, new way of seeing things, new perspective. Like, you're going to learn a lot of new things that you've never even known. But this is why this person's coming through. This person is going to help transform whatever you're working on, whatever you're pursuing, into an actual thriving success. But Spirit, once again, is still acknowledging that they know right now. It just seems like you don't know where, like, you can't see the success coming. You don't see it at all. You don't know where this path is taking you. And that's okay. It's just, remember that things will work out. You just still have to have faith, even if you can't see it. Even if you can't see the results. And that's kind of like everything's a little bit cloudy right now for you. But when this person does come through, and even before this person comes through, I do believe there should still be a sense of faith that you should have that keeps you going. But this person will absolutely clear the fog and make it very clear to you how to take whatever you're doing and whatever you're pursuing and help you make it into a success by financial abundance. Because everybody has their own definition of success, but I'm referring to financial success, if that wasn't obvious. So this person is going to really give you perspective, new ideas, new clarity of how to approach things. They're going to, for the first time, maybe for a lot of you guys, for the first time, they're going to make you actually see the success that you've been wanting actually come to fruition. We have sensitivity. This is for you. Once again, they are. A lot of you guys been feeling stuck. This is the heel. This is the hurdle that we have to overcome, and this is something that you have to kind of do on your own first, is to still be able to do whatever this is and remember why you're doing it, because you love it. And yet, even if you don't see a success, still thrive off of the reason as to why you're doing it. That's going to be the tough part. Like, even in my own life, I've only just mastered that months ago, like a few months ago, this year. So that's going to be your challenge, because there's fate that's also playing a part in your success. There's a fated encounter with a very particular soulmate that will help you feel unblocked, help you feel less stagnant. Even though Spirit is saying that you always been moving, it's just been very, it's just been in increments. But you're looking for the very obvious and evident success, and that's coming. But in the meantime, it's important that you have compassion, because once again, there's a lot of moving parts to this, and a lot of it has, like, a lot of factors that are playing a part has nothing to do with you, and a lot of factors have yet to really reveal themselves. But that is a part of the journey. I think, especially if you're doing entrepreneurship, there's always going to be a time, or at least a part of the journey in which we don't know where we're headed. We don't know if this is going to be a success or not. We don't know. But what we do know is that I love what I do, and I believe in it, and I will remain consistent in it. And the universe will always respond positively to that. And for you, they're sending in help. They're sending in the big guns. This is a huge, huge soulmate that's coming through, that is coming to alleviate any issues when it comes to attaining success. Okay? Now we have editor. Now, I'm not getting that it's going to be an editor job. I'm not getting that. But the image and the editor, the word editor, is what you should be referring to. You see how there's an individual writing, which is you. You're the creative. This is that soulmate of yours, the business partner of yours, the business soulmate of yours, who is refining everything, making sure everything is what it needs to be. For a lot of you guys, this could be like a manager, an agent, refining, making sure that everything is sound for business. For some of you guys, I have to say, it's going to take you leaving a way that you've been doing things for some time to really being open to other ways of doing it. This person is not going to completely change. Like, let's just say, like, oh, you have a passion to sell hot dogs. This person's not going to come in and be like, okay, well, you need to sell hamburgers because that's what sells. They're not going to do that. They're going to be like, okay, well, have you tried looking into this way to sell these hot dogs? And you're probably like, no, I haven't. And I never thought about it, nor did I ever want to. But they're saying, like, well, give it a try. Listen to your true feelings. This is for those who are still battling whether or not they should continue to do whatever this is or go back to what was comfortable for them. Especially if you guys are entrepreneurs who are struggling with whether or not that you made the right decision and whether or not you should go back to a traditional setting, especially if people are talking to you. Once again, you made the right decision, you made the right choice in leaving whatever it is that you didn't love and pursuing something that you did love. This is going to be one of those cases in which people are not going to understand it while you are doing it. They will only understand it after the fact, when the success is actually evident. Unfortunately, that's how the world works most of the time. You may even have family members who are like, okay, so when are you going to get a real job? And sometimes, yeah, that may, slip into your own consciousness and have you question yourself as well. But it's up to you to really try to ignore that. Which is why it's like, those doubts are not your own, naturally. I get the sense that you really do believe in yourself. And you really do believe in whatever it is that you're pursuing. I just feel like whenever there are doubts, it's a result of somebody else saying something. And after it festers long enough, you start to believe that it's your own. But it's not your true feelings. So that's why it's important to continue to have faith, continue to block out anybody that don't necessarily see your vision. And I think that's maybe also the reason why this business soulmate is also coming through. It's because you need that added reassurance from someone. And you've been doing this what feels like alone by yourself for a very long time. And it's time that you had some support, some physical support. What's also a little bit evident to me is that physical support for you could also have another meaning. With love here, they're showing me the Lover's card image. This is a divine counterpart for you, and I think it's a fated union that's happening. And it's highly indicated for sure that this is going to be one of those cases where we're business partners, we become friends, best friends, and then we become lovers. Okay, why not? But this person is very much like, they're not going to come in with romantic feelings. It's going to be something that develops over time. Because their focus is business only at first. And I think your focus is that as well. It's just through this partnership and just through this friendship, that's when we find out that we actually have feelings for each other. That our connection is actually a lot more deeper than contracts and negotiations and money. This is someone that you can trust as well. Remember that as well. Because when it comes to business, it's hard to find out or to find people that you could trust, especially when it comes to partnerships. People are always trying to fend for themselves and really looking for their own interests. But this is once again someone who's already successful. So it's like, although they do have things to gain from this as well, immediately you would have the most to gain, you know? But it's going to develop rather quickly though, the relationship between you and this person. And once again, I do see a business relationship and a friendship that's going to be forming, but it's going to happen rather quickly. Let's just hope. Which I have no doubt that this person won't remember to keep business first when it comes to this, to make sure that the love doesn't really, like the love only enhances it, not hinders it. I think this person will absolutely know how to keep that balance. But it's going to develop rather quickly, is what they're saying. The last card that we have is Pin. New job, career. Yeah. A lot of you guys are going to be leaving or have left a previous career to pursue this. Once again, this is further confirmation that that was the right thing to do. And whatever this is, it's something that you've always felt drawn to, but never, it feels like never even felt comfortable enough to pursue it. And now you're coming back to it. What's funny is that I don't usually talk about other piles that I read for within the same reading. I don't be like, oh, you should watch pile number 2, because I don't do that. But I will say that there is another pile who I feel is the partner in question amongst the readings. That's all I'm going to say about that. But overall, pile number 4, hope is not lost. I know it feels that way, but the universe absolutely already got you covered. And I think you're going to be quite happy with this partner of yours. Not only because of the success that you guys will both create, but of the relationship and bond that you guys will have. You'll finally have somebody who truly believes in you. And I feel like that's something that you've been missing for some time. Because although, yes, we can do this ourselves and really encourage our own self, but it absolutely goes a long way when we have someone in the physical who is instilling in us that encouragement and reassuring what we think of ourselves. So, one of my favorites. So with that being said, pile number 4, I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I will catch you next time.